Hello everybody, Ian Robson here. Welcome back to an episode of Coffee with Ian. Admittedly, my coffee's a little cold now. I have been fiddling with my other computer for a while now, so that's why it's a little cold at the moment. This is a very bizarre view. I finally got a stand for my monitor, or a monitor mount, I should say. I love it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know why I waited so long to do it. It really lifts up the screen, so it makes it so you don't have to look down at them anymore, which is really nice. So it's actually more ergonomic in the long run too. So you're looking, let's see if I can do it straight at the monitor a little bit instead of like down like too much. And you can adjust the height. So if you want to look down a little bit, you can do that. Basically, it helps instead of looking down like this, you'll arch your back like that, which is the greatest. This helps because you can't really look down like this. You have to look up, so it helps to keep your back straighter. Anyways, little side note. Anyhow, it's a very bizarre view. I'm just looking at the video here, and you can see, like, what can you see? You can see the that's my power supply back there, the box. I don't know. I keep the CDs of my power supplies in the boxes, so if I need to go back and install something, I can do that. That's the reason why I keep that. I get to do the same thing for my motherboards too. The motherboard one is, let's see, right there, because I was trying to repair Windows, but it wasn't playing nice with me. So it wanted me to install Windows right from scratch again, and I didn't want to do that. But I may still do it at some point. Still looking at computers. The thing that bothers me the most about this computer is if I want to get it to operate at like 100% capacity, I have to like restart it a few times. And that kills, like, 5, 10, 15 minutes sometimes. And I don't have 5, 10, 15 minutes to kill. It's either that or I leave it running the whole time. I tried putting it to sleep and then restart, like bringing it back to, wake it up sort of thing. It would still do the same thing. So in the end, I have to restart it anyways, which is kind of frustrating. But it's one of the reasons why I was looking at a new computer. And also, with the new games that are coming out these days, it would be nice to have 16 gigs of RAM, for example, and a slightly better video card. I don't know. It's not imperative that I get these things, so I can still function without them, but just a nice idea. Anyhow, first world problems, I suppose. Oh, jeez. Interesting little fact, Farmer's Dynasty was actually taken down from Steam just the other day there because there was a DMCA claim, which is like a fairly legal thing to do to get a game to be taken down. Like, people do that with videos often on YouTube. Like, let's say you're plagiarizing someone else's video and you have proof that's yours, sort of thing. So people can put a DMCA claim on it saying, hey, that's my video, you're stealing it, you're stealing the revenue from it, yada, yada, yada. So if you read through the fine print of that, there's some fairly fine legal print you got to be careful about. So that's why Farmer's Dynasty is not up right now, which is kind of interesting, actually. So they're seeking, in the discussion, they're seeking legal, you can't see it, legal advice, which totally makes sense in this context because they really should be seeking legal advice in this situation because it is kind of like serious. But it's strange that I guess because of the DMCA claim, Steam was like, okay, we have to take it down from Steam for the time being. So, which I thought was interesting. But I don't know, strange things happen like that. That was that's like the highlight of what's going on with Farmer's Dynasty. I've still enjoyed the game. The farming aspect is okay so far. I still prefer Farm Sim, and I probably will for a long time yet. And speaking of Farm Sim, there actually has been an announcement, and that's my picture on the wall. There's not level anymore again for some reason. Anyways, there has been an announcement that there's going to be a Farmer FS17 expansion 2, which is going to include all the DLCs and stuff, and it's going to include a Ropa DLC, which I believe you can buy separately, which is pretty sweet. So I know this was talked about, how long ago was it? There was a leak about it, I think, in one of the German trade shows that people are like, hey, there's going to be a Ropa DLC, which is awesome because Ropa does primarily, I think they focus on sugar beets, but I think they have some potato equipment in there as well. So that would be kind of nice to have some more choices rather than the grimy stuff. Or is it grimy? No. Yes, no, I forget. The Pterodos. What the heck is that? I can't remember now for some reason. I don't know. I can't remember. I can remember the name of the thing, but not remember the company. That's really bizarre. So yeah, this is what looks like when I look at my computer. Now it's going to bug the heck out of me. Terra DOS. Let's see. Homer. There we go. The Homer DLC. So they have the Homer stuff now. They're gonna have some Ropa stuff, which is gonna be kind of nice actually. So expands that specific crop, because in that specific crop there is quite a bit of particular equipment to it, and it's very expensive in real life, and not many people have it. I'd be curious to see go to the Holland Marsh this year during harvest time and see all that stuff. That would be really neat to see, because they do have some of that big equipment out there. So, but yeah. But that's the big Farmer Sim 17 news, I guess, which is kind of cool. I wonder how much it'll be. And people, I was already asked today, am I going to get it? I'm like, absolutely, I'll get it. So it's been a long time coming, I think. There was talk about a Kloss DLC as well. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. It doesn't seem like it is at this point, but we'll see. We'll see if it does or not. So anyhow. Oh, man. Yeah, I've been playing a little bit more of County Line again. I do like that map. Like I've said before, I haven't found a map that really has taken me as much as County Line has so far. Although admittedly I haven't looked very hard either, but I just really enjoy that map. And as I mentioned a while back, Shyways are actually going to look at some of the log files, and he's like, oh, there's a few errors in here, which is unfortunate, but you know, a lot of maps that get released do have a lot of errors as well, unfortunately, so you got to pay attention to those types of things. And Matt can wreak havoc on your system quite a bit. Not necessarily in the initial stages, but over time it can do that very easily. So I'm going to the auto show this weekend. So by the time this airs live, I will be probably at the auto show actually, or leaving for the auto show. I'm going to the Montreal auto show. Although from where I am, it's like the furthest, not the furthest, but it's pretty far for the auto show for me. It would make more sense for me to go to Toronto, but my buddy and I prefer the Montreal car show. The way they have it, the way they have people going around in the show itself is quite nice. So that they do a pretty good job of that in comparison to the Toronto car show, which is you have to go up a floor, across to a new building, down a floor to a new building. So I don't know. The Montreal one, it has like different floors, but you just kind of go up, and then you're like, okay, that's the end. So they do a better job of taking you through, so you don't miss anything, which is a nice thing. I find in the Toronto show you tend to miss things because it is so big. But this year I'm going to try and get into some of the electric cars, and I'm going to try and check out some of the small model like Micras, and I like the Micras. The Micra, the Mirage, and the Chevy Spark, I think maybe. And the electric cars, of course, as I mentioned, and some trucks, of course, just for the sake of it. Although what seems to happen is there's like a few vehicles, like they're really fancy. There's Jeeps. Jeeps are always like, people get into those and they're like, oh, I got a Jeep. I'm in a Jeep. It's great. I don't get that jazzed about it. Like my brother-in-law has a nice Jeep. I think it's, what is it, Sahara? Yeah, I think it's a Jeep Sahara. And my other buddy also has a Sahara too. So if I really wanted to get into a Jeep and drive around, I'm sure I could ask them and they'd let me do that. Maybe not. Maybe one, not the other. I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah, that's about as exciting as that gets. But I'm pretty excited about it. I haven't been to the car show. It feels like in a long time. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. And so is my buddy actually. So it'll be good times. Yeah. I feel like I talked really fast today. I apologize, folks. Anyways, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed. My name's Ian Robson. Until next time, enjoy the coffee.